Honorable Maynier.
Chairperson, the fact that we are here today to debate a motion entitled Reviewing South Africa's Relationship with the IMF and the World Bank is testament to the complete irrelevance of a young South Africa. We are in deep economic trouble. Economic growth has been revised down to 0.5%. Inflation is outside the target range at 6.1%. National debt exceeds 2 trillion. Ratings agencies are circling us like sharks, and 8.9 million people do not have jobs or have given up looking for jobs in South Africa. And that is not to mention the fact that National Director of Public Prosecutions, Sean Abrahams, recently whipped out his pea shooter, took careful aim, fired, and promptly hit himself and this economy in the foot. And yet, the best the honourable member can come up with is to call for a debate on South Africa's relationship with the IMF and the World Bank, which is a debate you would expect to take place in a country like Venezuela. It's the kind of debate boardroom communists like the Honourable Buti Manamela, who effortlessly glides between the Politburo and the boardroom with a copy of Das Kapital in one hand and a Havana cigar in the other, dressed in a Gucci suit, sporting the mandatory red tie. It's the kind of debate that he relishes. And it's the kind of debate red directors like the Honourable Smokestack Rob Davies, who is still fighting structural adjustment, CIA plots, and the Cold War relish. But it's not the kind of debate that is going to do anything to help the 8.9 million people who do not have jobs or who have given up looking for jobs in South Africa. And Speaker, while I'm dealing with the boardroom communists, let me remind the people who are struggling to put bread on the table that those two ministers disgracefully helped themselves to approximately 3.7 million rand to buy themselves new ministerial cars. But this motion does give us an opportunity to think about our place in the world.
On a point of order, can you sit, Honourable Maynier? Honourable Deputy Minister?
There's no fact in what the Honourable Member has just said. It's unsubstantiated, it's false, it's a lie. There's no proof in what he has just said.
Honourable Maynier, we know that such statements need to be on substantive motions, but continue, Honourable Member, I will get
Thank you,
advice on
Chairperson.
that.
The Honourable Member evidently hasn't read his own budget. But as I was saying, this motion does give us an opportunity to think about our place in the world. You see, President Jacob Zuma has chosen to look to the BRICS, most importantly to the R in BRICS, which of course stands for his favourite managed democracy, Russia. And that it is because it has an economic model which holds so much appeal for President Jacob Zuma. It's the economics of who you know rather than what you know. And it's the economics of the backroom deal rather than open competition that appeals so much to President Zuma. Whatever the case, what we should be reviewing is our relationship with the R in BRICS, which survives only through intimidation, the fear of the knock on the door at midnight, and the gulag. But in the end, what we should really be debating in this House is the complete lack of leadership on the economy coming from President Jacob Zuma, which in a large part explains why 8.9 million people do not have jobs or have given up looking for jobs in South Africa. The fact is, fiscal expansion is not an option with gross loan debt of 2.23 trillion rand. Monetary policy easing is not an option with inflation outside the target range at 6.1%. And although implementing structural reform is an option, implementation of structural reforms has stalled in South Africa. And that is because it's the politics that is killing the economics in South Africa. Because the truth is that President Jacob Zuma and the band of suck-ups, opportunists, deal makers, thieves, and rent seekers who surround him are killing the economy in South Africa. And so if you do not have a job or you have given up looking for a job, know this. President Jacob Zuma knows so little about how to help your struggle to find a job that he cannot even remember the 9 points in his 9-point plan. That is why if you want a job, or you have to ensure that President Jacob Zuma does not have a job.
Thank you,
because as
Honorable
long as
Maynier, your
President
time
Jacob Zuma has a job,
expired. Thank
you
you.
will never